At the ACLU of Kentucky, we focus primarily in the legal department on litigation. In the legal program, our job is to work in the courts to protect people's constitutional rights here in the Commonwealth. The type of cases we do is what we call impact litigation. It is litigation that will impact the entire Commonwealth, not just a single individual, and it is litigation that is designed for the court to order the government to stop a policy, a law, or a pattern or practice. Because every single court decision can impact future court decisions, we want to make sure the courts get things right. The legislature has been targeting LGBTQ folks in Kentucky in various different ways. Many of those ways intersect with an attack on the First Amendment, people's right to express themselves. There are different strategies as to how we can do this work. Sometimes, that will require us to do it quietly. Sometimes it requires us to do it loudly. At the end of the day, what we're doing is working to make sure that the people of the Commonwealth are able to live their lives without unnecessary government interference.
The people who are closest to the problem are also closest to the solution. We devote a lot of time to attend various community conversations around the state to hear what matters to them. Maternal mortality rates in the United States are at a crisis point. And in Kentucky, we have some of the worst outcomes for maternal health. When we're talking about bodily autonomy, at the ACLU of Kentucky, this means that decisions that are made about my body are for me to decide. We need to continue the work until we're in a place where all Kentuckians feel safe and protected to continue pregnancies if they would like to, and also having the option to receive the health care that is abortion if they also need that.
And the advocacy team, in particular, criminal legal reform, the things that we work on, obviously, is informing the criminal legal system. We have a program known as the Smart Justice Advocates, and that is a group of directly impacted people who use their voice to try to move the needle on criminal legal reform issues. We've worked really hard to work on automated expungement, reforming the persistent felony law, and working on changing some of the probation and parole and how that works. It's personal to me when I talk about the issues of people in LMDC and the conditions in which they live under, because I've been there and I don't want that for anybody. I was part of a system that wasn't working right, and I can now be part of making all the good changes to it. When ACLU, community partners, and the government work together, we can have a really great community that's fair to all of our citizens. We spend so much of our resources locking people up. What would it look like if we spent that on things that keep people out of the criminal legal system? That would create a completely different Kentucky, and that's the Kentucky that the ACLU envisions.